Good morning. My name is Brenda Moen, and I've been attending Grand River Unitarian Congregation for 7 years. I have found many ways to become involved in the life of the congregation. Currently, I'm part of the Worship Arts Committee, StoryCorps, and I help out with Defending Democracy, the Bulletin Board. My husband Doug and I have found a spiritual home and a comfortable place to have fun with nice people. We are so glad we took a chance to come out one Sunday morning, November 2018, to see what a UU church was all about. If you too are here to see what a UU church is all about, welcome. We encourage you to visit us several times. You can find out more about what's happening in the tab, that's our weekly newsletter, our website, or our Facebook page. You can fill out a welcome card in the box in the pew and put it in the collection plate in order to be added to our email list. Join us after the service today for coffee and cookies and conversation. Whether you are with us in person or online or at any other time, welcome to this morning, this day, and this opportunity to be together in community. This is the place where we come to learn more about being human. We're not here because we've figured out all of life's questions. We come here to learn more about being in relationship together, to listen, to forgive, to be vulnerable, and to create trust and compassion in one another. Would you take a moment to turn off your cell phone and make sure it's really off? Not, I think it turned it off already, but turn it off. Thank you. We have 2 announcements. Jess needs your help to clear out her office to make room for Rev Ann's arrival. Please choose a book or object from the giveaway table in the foyer to take home with you today. And I appreciate that the people who are out there browsing actually came in, so thank you very much for that. And just a quick announcement about the Conscious Dance that's happening on Wednesday, November 27th at 7 p.m. You can contact Rose. What did I say? I'll try that again. We're getting well in advance, months in advance. So I don't know. Okay, May the 27th. That's 7. You can contact Rosemary, or the tab has more information. In the words of Jan Smith, welcome to this place. Whatever load you carry, let us rest a while together. May our hearts be open to accept what comes to us as a stranger. May our minds be open to wonder at what we do not understand. And may our spirits be nourished by our time here together. Before we again take up our loads and set off upon our many paths. Welcome. Please rise in body or spirit for opening hymn number 118, This Little Light of Mine.
clap on 1 and 3. UU minister Ken Belden writes about why we gather for Sunday services. He says, Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu says that if we would know the one thing, the great truth, the great mystery, the holy, we must know it through the 10,000 things. That is, the sacred or God or whatever it is can be known only through the ordinary, through the 10,000 ways that the world, nature, and art, other people, tables, chairs, and all earthbound things show themselves to us. Our relationships with each other and with the known world reflect the relationship we would have with transcendence, the infinite, the eternal, the spirit of life, the all, the one. Only through our daily practices, habits and rituals, and our ways of ordering the day or arranging our communities, which seem intuitive and automatic, but are really quite deliberate. Only there can we glimpse something of the sacred. The opening of the heart, the clearing of mind to prepare for a Sunday morning service must be done with purpose. That's what spiritual practice is. Whether you're walking the dog, praying your prayers, chanting a chant, or coming to church, it's also about placement. For those who worship in the woods or near water, it's about looking at herons and knowing that just as surely as their work in this world is to lift from pond to sky in one silent symphony of motion, our work in this world is to notice. More than that, our spiritual work is to place ourselves deliberately, punctually, and regularly in the company of whatever sacred presence or holy absence, whether bird or music or blank journal page or scripture or gathered congregation, will call us back to who and what we are. Notice, look, wonder, give thanks, mourn, repent, repeat. Let this flame be to us a symbol of the wholeness we seek. Its glow reminding us of the sacred bonds which link us to all people. Its radiance calling us to seek justice, equity, and compassion for all the world. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity in harmony with the earth. Thus do we covenant together. Children of all ages are invited forward for a story with Joyce.
Good morning. I have a story this morning called Together We Build. It's written by Susan Vaught, and the pictures are by Kelly Murphy. It's a story of a group of neighbors that endure a bad flood and how they come together afterwards and rebuild. So it's about being kind, it's about taking care of each other. And if you know me, if you've seen me before, you know that I like to have participation. So this is one of those books that I will say the phrase, and then everyone can repeat it after me. That way it will stick in your mind too. Here's a picture of this village. You can see the floods coming. The waters are rising. The telephone poles are in danger of snapping. And the people are preparing for the worst storm, helping the animals in the barn. River, river, waters high. See, they're getting the horses out of the field where the waters are coming up. Trees uprooted, floating by. Look how dark and stormy it looks. Telephone poles are coming down. Winds flying all around. Flee and gather, holding tight. Helping friends survive the night. Look, they're all gathered in the barn. They got flashlights. Someone figured out how to power up the iPad, of course. There's a little duckling here. Daybreak, sunrise, skies so blue. Daybreak, sunrise, skies so blue. Windows broken, coop walls too. Windows broken, coop walls too. See the little duck? Yeah. Burrows flooded, pens torn down. Burrows flooded, pens torn down. Branches strewn across the ground. Look at all this damage. Oh, there's water, and the little bunnies are floating. They have to rescue them. Where to start? So much to do. Where to start? So much to do. Moving, cleaning, picking through. Moving, cleaning, picking through. Look, there's a cat on top of the horse. The chickens are wondering where they're going to get their food. This little duckling, do you see the little duckling? It's lost. The goat's climbing on top of a tree that's torn down. Carting, piling, drag, and haul. Can we ever fix it all? Look, there's so much to do. Too much, too hard, not mine, that's yours. Too much, too hard, not mine, that's yours. We quit, we're done, slam all the doors. We quit, we're done, slam all the doors. Oh, they're getting a little upset. They're getting a little testy, aren't they? There's the duckling. See the duckling? The dog, everybody's getting a little bit mad at each other. Talking, resting, help and show. Talking, resting, help and show. Always, always, room to grow. See, they're helping the little duck. The puppy is helping to uncover the tree. Got a nice cup of coffee. Calm down. Pecking, lining, beak and claw. Digging, gnawing, hoof and paw. Oh, they've got the birdhouse up again. Floating, weaving, push and pack. Finding, hauling, choose and stack. They're all working together to clean up the shoreline. The beavers are getting their house back in order. Aren't they? Yeah. They're all working. Barns, beams and mortar, measure twice. Chisel, sharpen, weld and splice. See, they got the hydro truck is fixing the wires. They're building a new fence. The little ducks got their riverside back. Laughing and learning, share and teach. Laughing and learning, share and teach. Climb and stretch, how high we reach. There's a goat on top of his new little house. And the little baby. Yep, everybody's got a spot. Bigger tables, fewer walls. Wider burrows and stronger stalls. Soar and slither, gallop, dive. Swim and flutter, walk or drive. Barn swallows building his little house, and everybody's got a spot. Where's the little, see the cat? Cat has a house. The little, yeah, cat. The pig has a little pig pen. Yeah. Kindness, healing, hope fulfilled. Friend and neighbor, together we build. So look, all of the fences are rebuilt. They got a new tree here. They got a little market stand. Everything is back in order, and friendships are even stronger now. And that's the end of this story. Thank you all for listening and participating. Thank you. Come sing a song with me. Come.
Our offertory today is from the words of Reverend Suzelle Lynch. As a congregation, we offer respect and caring to all who seek hope and wholeness. We search for meaning with freedom and responsibility, and we live our lives through compassion and action. We dedicate these gifts, freely given and greatly received, to our shared work, shaping a better world for all. May every gift be gratefully received as a symbol of the many ways our life energy helps sustain this congregation and spread its vision and its values far beyond these four walls. May these gifts, given with generosity and love, help our church and our world become more peaceful, caring, fair, and free.
lucky day now, it's your day. It's your lucky day now, it's your day. Got a feeling in my heart that it's time for us to start to sing together again. We can sing high, we can sing low. It's all the same, you know. Sing it high and sing it low. 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 Use your imagination. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. Use your imagination.
Ken Belden says of Unitarian Universalist devotion that this Sunday morning religious ritual is a serious business, a joyful, artful, imperfect, serious business. He writes, unlike almost every other thing we do with purpose, a Sunday morning worship service makes nothing, accomplishes nothing, sells nothing, yields nothing. It is its own end. In our liberal communion, worship has no direct object. The verb is intransitive. We don't worship any single thing, but draw instead upon the original meaning of the Old English word worthshipper, to consider that which is of worth, to hold that which is worthy. We remember what has worth once a week for a little while together. But the service is not the thing itself. The sermon, the music, the silences, the candles, the movement of the morning light across the walls of this beloved home, the way it has moved for years and years, and over the faces of the beloved community, none of these is the thing itself. But any of these may open the spirit to it. Thus, we prepare the service with care. The sermon is written, no matter who writes it. The music prepared, the welcome and stories selected, the room readied and the text set, all with great care. To prepare well is a deliberate act of hospitality, welcoming anyone who may show up, and also preparing for the holy, which may, by grace, also show up. To honor what is worthy of honor, to notice what is worthy of notice, to grieve the losses and the sorrows that are worthy of our tears, to tell stories about, to sing about, to celebrate, to draw closer to be more mindful of what matters, to name in the clearest possible language, with the best possible music, through the deepest possible silence, a few significant things. We set aside time on our Sundays together to honor the trials and triumphs of our personal lives, to hold a few significant things for our collective attention. This month, we are experimenting with a new way to share our joys and sorrows with one another. If there's something you wish to share, please fill out one of the care cards that you will find in the pews, and there are extras at the usher's table if you can't find one near you. During the music, when you come light a candle, you may place the care card in the basket, and I'll read these aloud if you write legibly as part of our pastoral prayer this morning. And so I ask that we light a first candle as a prayer for peace. May we use our lives, our voices, and our votes to hold peace in this world as our highest value. During the musical meditation, you're invited to come forward and join your light to others as we acknowledge we need not struggle alone, that we commit to carry the flame together. It's like the most modern of meditation bells to hear the audio. Let's join in singing our pastoral prayer, Spirit of Life. Our meditation words today are by Rosemary Watola Tromer. This is because. So I can't save the world, can't save even myself, can't wrap my arms around every frightened child, can't foster peace among nations, can't bring love to all who feel unlovable. So I practice opening my heart right here in this room and being gentle with my insufficiency. I practice walking down the street heart first, and if it is insufficient to share love, I will practice loving anyway. I want to converse about truth, about trust. I want to invite compassion into every interaction. Here are your care cards today from Kristen Wilson, the dear departed spirit of my best friend's father, Dennis Rood. From Jessica Bain, a candle for my mom, who is having major surgery later this month. Thank you, Jane. From Kathy Kondrick, today would have been my mother's 94th birthday. From Allison, a candle for her mother, Diane, as she heals in the hospital, a nurse in the capable hands of nurses. We wish you healing, Diane. I know you watch from the live stream. And I can't read the name. I think it says Jen. Good to be back for an in-person gathering. I have missed you all. From Beth, for our beloved Viv, who is struggling. From Virginia, sorrow and joy. I mourn the death of my friend Margaret. I'm happy to have known such a joyful person. Thank you, Virginia. From Kathy Keefe. I feel joy daily as I watch the trees and flowers emerge and see new species of birds come to our feeders. Thank you. From Tromer. One willing heart can't stop a war. One willing heart can't feed all the hungry. And sometimes, daunted by a task too big, I tell myself, what's the use of trying? But today, the invitation is clear to be ridiculously courageous in love, to open the heart like a lilac in May, knowing freeze is possible and opening anyway, to take love seriously, to give love wildly, to race up to the world as if I were a puppy, adoring and unjaded, stumbling on my own exuberance, to feel the shock of indifference, of anger, of cruelty, of fear, and stay open, to love as if it matters, as if the world depends on it, because it does.
We see you marching along the avenue, with your placards and slogan signs. Together there with your leader, reaching his pompous party lines. He says we caused the loss of the life you used to know. It's time to rise against us and let your anger show. Where can you see us walking the same way as you are on the other side? Across the great divide. He's got that well-rehearsed permanent smile and that $10,000 suit. He knows a lie told 100 times is believed as the truth. But do you wonder who's behind the curtains on the stage? Maybe they profit by inciting your rage, but can you see us walking the same way as you are on the other side? Across the great divide. Oh, can we stop making each other wrong and see clearly what's going on? The barons in their towers, gaining wealth and power, breeding division and fear. Just like you, we love our families. We want our children to be strong, to live in safe communities where everyone equally belongs. belongs, to be treated with respect. I work to be of worth, to live with pride and purpose, bring healing to the earth. Well, can you see us walking the same way as you are on the other side? Across the great divide. So let's all get together now and hear the manufactured riff. Leave behind constructed narratives and divisive rhetoric. Let us sit together and listen and understand and build from what is common in every tribe, woman, and man. Well, can you see us walking the same way as you are on the other side? Yes, can you see us walking the same way across the great divide?
What is the most important thing you can do to make a difference in the world? Take a moment to reflect silently on your answer. No, it was not a rhetorical question. I know. You hoped it was. What's the most important thing you can do to make a difference in the world? Just think silently for a moment. Now please take a moment to turn to those around you, and in groups of 3 or 4, making certain you're including everyone who wishes to be included. Introverts, you can disappear for a while. First, introduce yourselves to one another, make certain you know one another's name, and then share your answers. What's the most important thing you can do to make a difference in the world? What is the most important thing you can do to make a difference in the world? What were some of your answers?
Love unconditionally.
Cultivate mindfulness and presence.
Cultivate presence so I can be the best quality mycelium I can be.
Did you hear that? The best quality mycelium I can be. Be a fungus. There's a fungus among us. You're a fun guy.
To live with trust and trust others.
Just being present.
Have a whole bunch of kids and raise them with Unitarian values.
Did it take?
Practice hope.
Live your values outwardly.
Help raise a child and plant as many trees as possible.
And help us raise our grandchildren.
With every interaction, try to leave the other person a little better off than they were going into it.
Participate. Speak out if you can. Always go and vote.
Take a deep breath in. We know how to make a difference. We fear that it doesn't. I want to share the answer to the question from the local community activist Paul Bourne. Bourne says, the most important thing you can do to make a difference in the world is to bring chicken soup to your neighbor. That's it. You heard me right. In his book, Deepening Community, Finding Joy Together in Chaotic Times, Tamarack Institute founder Paul Bourne says the answer to the tough question is bring chicken soup to your neighbor. He writes, the answer is simple, but the act of bringing soup, well, that takes work. It requires that you know your neighbor. It requires that you know they are not vegetarian and that they like soup. It requires that you know them well enough and communicate regularly enough to know that they are sick. Once you know they are sick, you must feel compelled to want to help and to make this a priority among the many calls on your time and energy. Your neighbor must know you well enough to feel comfortable in receiving your help. And you must have enough of a relationship to know what they prefer when they are sick, whether it is chicken soup, pho, chana masala, or even ice cream. So you see, the work takes place long before you perform the act of bringing soup. I think you would agree that the challenge for so many of us today is to find the time and energy and attention and desire to do the work of being a good neighbor, even to stay close to members of our own family, for that matter. Many of us find ourselves stretched to keep in touch with one another, to share in one another's lives, to strengthen community together. I believe that a combination of the state of the environment and the economy, the erosion of the planet and the political sphere, the stress of school or jobs or finding a job or keeping a job, and the sped up nature of life through technology is making it difficult for us to invest ourselves in community. Do you ever feel this way? All the time. Bourne says, can chicken soup really create community? And I say, is that enough of a start? My Unitarian hero, James Luther Adams, puts this in perspective in a way that helps me grapple with the big question of how to make a difference in the world. Adams wrote, every personal problem is a social problem, and every social problem is a personal problem. In other words, our particular circumstances mirror and predict our larger community issues and vice versa. Adams contends that we Unitarian Universalists are responsible not only for individual and interpersonal behavior, but also for the character of the society and its institutions. Now, I've heard of chicken soup as a cure-all for many things, but not necessarily effective for the ills of an overwhelmed world. But if you think about it more deeply, you see that such hospitality, such sharing, such caring is foundational to community building. The priorities of kinship and kindness are embedded in ancient religions throughout time, memorialized in dozens of versions of the Golden Rule, not just because religion wants humans to play nice, but because kinship and kindness are vital to our very survival. Indeed, Paul Bourne's stated motivation for deepening community is the practice of the theory of survival of the kindest, that those who collaborate are more adaptable to their environments and able to respond to changing circumstances. Community building creates collective wisdom, which promotes individual generosity, which in turn promotes collective altruism. Community is an organic, natural part of who we are and the way the world works. Buddhist teacher Barry Boyce notes that in nature, change never happens as a result of top-down, preconceived strategic plans or from the mandate of any single individual or boss. All large-scale change begins as local actions springing up simultaneously in many different areas. If you could sit on a mountainside for many decades, he says, you would see a tree here or there sprout up in the valley below, and then more and more, until you would see something you might call a forest. But you'd be hard-pressed to find the blueprint. What can we learn from this? The world doesn't change one person at a time. The world changes as networks of relationships form among people who discover that they share a common cause and vision of what's possible. They realize all of a sudden they make up a forest, an ecosystem, a community, a congregation. Community is the answer. Community is the unit of change. The habits of community have long been in decline in our world. It used to be our community needs were geographically bound and determined. We lived with or near our extended families. We all attended the same congregation. We worked where we lived. Community was a natural extension of our homes. We could not fail to work together, pray and play together. All news was local and therefore personal. My stories were our stories in this smaller world, and we shared them. Community, mostly, just happened. It was a circumstance, a constant, and we would have had a hard time avoiding it. Much has been written about why and how community connection today is more haphazard, sporadic, and episodic. Our gatherings are less frequent, less spontaneous. To find community now, we must seek it out. Choose our commitments. Be intentional and go out of the way, willing to be inconvenienced for it. In such a social climate, gathering as a congregation is more and more important to our well-being. According to Paul Bourne, there are 4 practices that help us deepen a capacity for kinship and kindness. Sharing our stories, taking the time to enjoy one another, taking care of one another, and working together for a better world. The good news is that this only really requires one thing: time. The bad news is that this requires a lot of one thing: time. Time to be together, eat together, play together, cry together, care together, work together, sing together, walk together. There are no shortcuts, and the path toward belongingness. Community helps fulfill the deep, universal human need of belonging. And I am coming to understand that belonging is perhaps another bigger, less diffuse word for love in its broadest, deepest, and most enduring sense. Whether you are bringing the literal or metaphorical chicken soup or the one partaking of it, you have to show up. There is no shortcut, and the price of belonging is that you must be present to win. And when we spend our time building community, we all win by making a difference through kinship and kindness. Whether your difference in the world starts with an actual bowl of soup or not, we can all nourish our community connections.
thoughts run by, and your signals seem to fly. Keep it open, and I'll keep mine open too. In this life we feel, let my words only heal. Keep it open, and I'll keep mine open too. Where some may lie behind, but we needn't be unkind. Keep it open, and I'll keep mine open too. Sunstone ends. In this world let there be peace. Keep it open, and I'll keep mine open too. And I'll keep mine open too.
Thank you, Russell and Ellen, for today's music, and Rosemary for the hymns. I want to close with an invitation. This summer, our worship arts team has planned a series of 4 services on cultivating spirit. They invite you to explore how we might find more joy, more love, more peace, and more hope in order to strengthen our habits of the heart, in order to keep it open. These elements to sustain us, to remind us of the best that kindness and kinship can offer. Parker Palmer writes, "Life requires courage in small ways every day. You may have heard of the Small Acts of Kindness movement, and I wonder what would happen if we started a Small Acts of Courage movement. Courage can certainly be a big, heroic act, and we see that happening all over the world, and it's important to acknowledge that. But it doesn't always have to be that. It can also be the small daily actions we take to be true to our integrity and character, to love and allow ourselves to take in love. It can be accepting love from a family member or extending it to someone else. It can be extending love toward ourselves. It can look like chicken soup. It can look like showing up, sharing a story, taking the time to care. We change the world one heart at a time through our networks, and it takes our time, our commitment, our kindness, our kinship. May it be so." Will you please rise in body or in spirit to sing our closing hymn, number 169. Poet Megan Minotillo writes, "You cannot fix the cruelty of this world, but you can bake a loaf of banana bread to feed the bellies of your home. You can call your mother to check in and see if she wants to come over for dinner. You can take your toddler for a walk outside and say yes if he asks if he can run around in bare feet, and bring him to museums and musicals and read him a bedtime story every night. You can invite the ones you love over for dinner. You can write about the pain that you see. You can share your story so others know they are not alone. You can vote. You can make art that feels like a hug, a breath of fresh air, a space where things get to bloom. You can be loud about the things that you love. You can shine your light so that others may see in the dark. You can hope that one day this will all be enough." Let us carry the flame, friends. Let the people say, Amen.
Got a secret that's within your heart. Healing all wounds, keeping us apart. Bringing our chaos into harmony. You've got a secret. Tells you how to be. Higher go the waves of troubled time. Deep and deeper falls the world in steep decline. When wind and water meet, the storm is coming on. Thunder roars before the dawn. In this world